Welcome back to Rock and Rattle Retreat. If this is your first time, welcome. We are building a house on top of a mountain, off-grid. So there's no electrical poles up here. Go ahead, look for them. There ain't any. Alrighty. So, last one, or what we've been doing, putting drywall, got drywall up. Now we have to paint it. So the wife is starting with the bathrooms. This is the half bath upstairs. We're putting down a semi-gloss and we're rolling it.
You done yet?
Or should I say she's rolling it. She wanted to do the bathrooms. So we are not professionals. Never claimed to be, but this is a lot cheaper than having somebody else come in and paint our stuff for us. I don't know how much cheaper, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot cheaper. We are going to be putting 2 coats on. So this is the first coat over the drywall. And I am not going to totally bore you with the entire bathroom here, but this is the start of it. She is a painting away. Roll, roll, roll. We have a lot of drywall to cover yet. And there's a lot of prep to go into this. For rolling, there's not as much as we did because we basically taped the frame of the window and didn't actually put plastic over the top of the window. But for the rest of the house, we did. So there's the first coat in this bathroom. That's a half bath. That is the laundry room in there, and here is the other bathroom. That's where the shower is on the right. And now, for the main walls, except for that front wall with all of the glass, we went around and put plastic over the windows and taped all the frames. We still have to do trim around the windows, so that we didn't have to tape. So what we're going to be doing here is I'm actually going to be spraying with an airless sprayer, which if you've been around for a while, this is the same sprayer I used on the garage. Or should I say one of the garages. Yeah, check it out. We have 2 sets of garages, one on each side of the house. So go back in the playlist and take a look. Sprayed that garage in total, just 1 coat. We are going to be doing 2 coats on the inside of the house. So this is the first coat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray, 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 using the lift here. So I'm trying to get everything covered, and it doesn't matter if I spray the roof or not because we're going to be doing that in pine later, much later. Need to get this done, so as you can see the concrete board there on the right, that is going to be tiled over for the back of the wood stove. But we wanted to get the paint down on the drywall before we tile it because the tile is going to go a little bit over onto the drywall. And I didn't want to have to worry about taping the tile off and overspraying that. And then I'm going to be rolling, well, maybe not yet because the stick's too long. I'm going to be rolling the sprayed on so it evens out the actual coverage. Just in case I miss something, it evens everything out. At least for the first coat. The second coat I will not roll over. It'll just be a spray. but until I go down much lower, I can't roll that out. So the wife is busily doing the bathrooms and the laundry room in the semi-gloss. This is satin. And if anybody's paying attention, we're using the same color as what was in the garage. It's called Ghost Story. Yeah, put that in the comments so I know that somebody listened to it. This is an off-white, of course. So, busily spray, spray, spray. We are using 5-gallon buckets full of this stuff. It goes quite a ways. So I think probably rolling might actually use a little bit less. You do actually have overspray, where the rolling doesn't really have as much splatter, whatever you want to call it. This, everything gets covered, so you gotta make sure everything is covered so you don't get overspray on everything. Yeah, I got a little spray on my cameras. Not a good thing. So, maybe I am down far enough. This will work. Yeah, okay. Do a little rolling. So as far as I know, this rolling kind of spreads out what you got there and covers more. More even coverage, at least on the first coat. And move the lift back so I can do some more rolling and then finish off spraying on the bottom. And of course we have the most important one here is the inspector is sleeping on the job. Yeah, she thinks she does the most work. There's the lift. You gotta have all 4 outriggers down before you can actually use the lift, and there's little lights there that show that the outrigger is secured. Though I think it's the switch on it is not quite as good as it should be. I screw them down a little bit so that it's like I can feel it. Okay. Prepping the front wall. That's a piece of drywall tape that they mounted over, and it is hanging over the frame. So I'm going to clean up little pieces of drywall like that. And go up on the lift. There's another little piece on the right. Kind of cut it off, break it off. And I left a piece of tape up here from doing the spraying on the rest of it. We had a big piece of plastic across here to protect the windows as we sprayed the first 2 coats on the big walls there. And then I'm going to tape off the front of this frame. So if the roller comes down on it, it's not going to make it white. Now we still have the plastic on the windows on the inside. So even if I were to get paint on the actual window, it's on plastic. So when we finally take the plastic off those windows, they will be nice and clean. And then we tape the other sides and the bottom. And when I say we, I mean me, because the wife did not get up on the lift at all. Scrape a little bit of the plaster off from the mudding, tape it up, and start rolling. Let's get them all taped up and we start rolling here. So basically I'm rolling up on the lift with the little pan tray down here. So I got to bend down every time I want to put paint into the roller and stand back up and roll. As the lift kind of shakes a little bit. And then here we go. The wife is doing the lower parts rolling. And I'm doing the upper parts on the lift. Now once she is done, she goes out to the garages on the garage side and starts rolling that out. Because there is drywall out there in the garage. Both sides. So we also roll that because I don't want to cover everything in the garages for the overspray of the sprayer. Just for that one wall. And that's all we got for this time. Give us a comment, give us a like, subscribe. We're close to 1,000. We might be over 1,000 by the time this thing posts, hopefully. And we'll catch you later because you're going to want to watch some more of this. See ya.